Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to Steins Gate Zero. In the last episode, and believe me, this was a crazy episode. I don't even think I could properly explain what happened in the last episode, but Okabe, Maho, and Dr. Leskinen were attacked by a philosophical man. Boy, was it crazy. I can't even describe what happened. You guys will just have to go see what happened in the last episode. It was nuts. But the second half of the episode wasn't as crazy. It was just Suzuha getting sick, and I'm pretty sure she's still sick. Actually, I'm 100% sure she's still sick. If anything, maybe recovering. The reason I know this is because I've already read this part. I've read an hour in past this point. I'm pretty sure this is where we left off in the previous episode. I lost the audio footage that I had captured. Basically, my commentary, I lost it. And by that, I mean I deleted it after recording an hour of this before I left to go to my apartment to solely study for my finals. So because I deleted all that, I got frustrated. I then kind of just left for the week with no videos to upload, which kind of sucked. But my finals are done, and now I can return to Steins Gate Zero. Even so, I've already gone through all this. It really sucks. This isn't the first time that I've had to re-record something from Steins Gate. It happened back in the first series, which kind of sucks. The first game, I mean. But that wasn't because I messed up. It was because Windows 10 decided to update and it changed my audio drivers around. But enough of that. Let's read into this, and I'll try to provide commentary. Even so, I've already gone through all of this. 3 days later. See, in my first run-through, I was complaining that this song was coming back. I guess I could still do that. Suzuha was still sick. Yuki came over every day with Mayuri to check on her. Because of this, Suzuha was able to eat nutritious food, and her fever had gone down. Now all that was left was to get her strength back. But still, Yuki kept telling her she needed to lie down. This meant that, for better or for worse, Suzuha spent her whole day on the sofa, half asleep. Somewhere in her half-awake mind, she heard a terribly off-key tune. And yeah, the shit is really off-key. Since she also heard the sound of falling water, it was probably coming from the shower room.
これ、何の歌だっけ？ねえ、母さん。
Now, we know where this song came from. Actually, who knows? It was thrown into a big-ass fucking goose chase, and we kind of found out that the song originated from really nothing. It kind of just got circled around from characters across time. Boy, was that ridiculous. Suzuha had heard it when she was very young. Her mother had been singing it, just like she was now. But what exactly the song was about, she just couldn't remember.
もう起きなきゃ。いつまでも寝てられない。
But even when she tried to open her eyes, they just wouldn't move. Her body must have needed more rest. Maybe Yuki was right, and she needed to just lie down some more. She moaned and twisted slightly. When she did, the blanket fell to the floor. She didn't feel like she had the energy to pick it up. She could sense someone standing up from the desk where Itaru would always use the PC. Whoever they were, they came over and put the blanket back on.
マヨネーさんの匂い。
Weirdly, Mayuri always smelled good even when she wasn't using perfume. It was a slightly sweet smell, like a pale white flower. It was the scent that had held her all night, on that distant day in the future when she'd lost her mother. Suzuha pulled her legs inside the blanket and grabbed onto her knees, like a baby in the womb. Memories went in and out of her mind as she lay there half asleep.
ママは痛い思いとかしたのかな。苦しい思いとかしたのかな。
Yeah, maybe. She suddenly remembered what Kagedi had said to her after they traveled through time. 2036, the day when she had left. At the last second, Mayuri had looked at Suzuha and Kagedi inside the time machine and smiled. It was just like the gentle smile on Suzuha's mother's face when she died protecting her daughter.
Suzu-san, 起こしちゃった？ちょっと前から起きてた。何か食べる？
After she said yes, Suzuha snapped back to reality. She was getting weaker. Yeah, I said this in my first run through this section, but it's really weird how sick she is, and you guys will see this as we continue on. It's like she's about to die or some shit. This doesn't seem like your average cold or fever. When she realized that, she forced her sick body off the sofa. Her head shook, and she had to stop herself from falling forward, but she grabbed the back of the sofa and managed to stand on her own 2 feet. Like, when I thought I was sick with like a really bad fever or a cold one time, and I was starting to, be really dizzy all the fucking time, and I was losing feeling in my hands and also on my fucking face, I knew something was wrong, and I actually had walking pneumonia. So I don't think this is normal. I think this is a little it's something else. It's gotta be.
そんな急に起きちゃう。もう平気。迷惑かけたね、まゆ姉さん。迷惑だなんて、そんなことないよ。
Or maybe it's just a normal cold or fever, and I'm just thinking it's something else. Mayuri went to the kitchen and turned on the burner underneath one of the pots. The sounds and smells of bubbling stew filled the whole lab. Mayuri mixed it with a ladle and stopped every once in a while to taste it. She turned toward Suzuha and smiled. 大成功だよ。まゆ姉さんが作ったの？
ゆきさんのおかげで、まゆしーの腕はめきめき上達しているのです。兄さんは？メイクインに行ったよ。その後はバイトなんだって。そっか。あ、ダルくんがいないからって夜出かけようとか思ってるでしょう。ダメだよ。平気。平気じゃないよ。そういうこと言うとゆきさんに叱ってもらっちゃうから。え？私がどうかしたの
？The curtain to the bathroom opened, and Yuki came out. Her skin was just a little flush.
すずさんがね、寝ていてくれないのです。まあ、ダメですよ、すずはさん。あと1日、おとなしくしていること、いいですか
Suzuha's answer was less than enthusiastic, but she gave in to Yuki's glare and sat back down on the sofa.
はい、そのまま横になって。わかったよ。
She pouted and slumped down on the sofa, and then pulled the blanket on top of her. Suzuha was capable of talking back to Big Sis Mayuri, but she would never be able to talk back to Yuki. 何？すずさんってそうしてると可愛いなって思って。今の姿をダルくんに見せたらちょっと危ないかも。そうだね。時々本当に兄弟なのかなって思うことあるし。気持ち悪いこと言うな。あれれ、すずはさん、もしかして照れてます？照れてなんかいない。本当に？当たり前だろ。なんで私が。だいぶ
つつ照れてるすずさんってやっぱり可愛いね。萌えだね、萌え。うるさいな。
Suzuha couldn't say anything, so she just had to turn away.
さてと、まゆしはそろそろアルバイトに行かなきゃ。シチューは食べていかないの？アルバイトの帰りにもう一回ここに寄るつもりなんだ。その時に食べようかと思って。じゃあサラダか何か作っておいてあげる。一緒に食べて。ありがとうゆきさん。楽しみにしてるね。
Mayuri told Suzu one more time that she needed to keep lying down, then left for May Queen Nyanyan. Yuki went to the kitchen and added a few seasonings to the stew Mayuri made, then turned off the burner.
あ、そうだ、鈴葉さん、汗かいてるでしょ。食事の前に体拭いておきましょうか。いいって言ってるじゃないか。
Yuki wanted to do stuff like that every day, and each time Suzuha frantically refused.
シャワーは無理でもちゃんときれいにしておかなくちゃ。昨日も一昨日もやったんだからいいって。1週間や2週間くらい放っておいても死ぬわけじゃないし。1週間ってそんなのダメです、ダメです。
Yuki hurried into the shower room.
さ、自分でできるから。そういうこと言う人に限っていつまでもやらないんですよね。そんなことダメです。
Yuki came back with a bowl filled with hot water and a towel. She could be stubborn when she got this way. Suzuha had learned that well over the past 3 days. Yuki was just like the mother she remembered. She slowly and uneasily stood up. And then she took off her top, trying her best not to let Yuki see her skin.
女の子同士なんだから、そんなに恥ずかしがらなくても。構わないだろ、別に。背中だけ私が拭いてあげますね。いい、子供じゃないんだからできる。でも、ちゃんと拭けないと思うし。いいってば！
Yuki seemed a little shocked, but she quickly handed over the hot, wet towel.
ごめんなさい。触られるのが嫌な人もいますよね。私こそ悪かった。大きな声出したりして。お湯、テーブルの上に置いておきますから。夕飯の支度しちゃいます。
Yuki walked off, dejected. Once Suzuha saw that she was focused on finishing the cooking, she slid behind the curtains into the back part of the room. She used the towel and the wash bowl to wipe herself down. She couldn't let Yuki see her body. There were scars, both old and new, all over her, and burn marks that might never heal. Yeah, at first I was thinking, oh man, she's really self-conscious about her, body, because a lot of people are like that. But nope, she has a lot of scars and stuff on her body that would raise suspicion. Plus, she might be self-conscious about that too, so there is that. To her, these wounds were like medals from the vicious battles she'd survived, and she didn't care who saw them. But she didn't want to let the mother who'd given birth to her, or rather would give birth to her, see them. Especially not the dozens of pale white marks around her breasts. And that I don't get. She still remembered that nightmarish day. The bullets which had killed her mother, or her mom, had lost their power as they passed through her organs, but still managed to dig into Suzuha's skin. And when they did, they were covered in her mother's blood and flesh. The scars would probably never heal completely. To Suzuha, they were her mother's grave. She shook her head to try and get the nightmare out of her mind. She took the bottoms off too, and then she wiped herself clean all the way down to her toes. And then she put on a new pair of underwear. It was only after she finished putting on her newly cleaned clothes that she felt human again. When she came back, Yuki was putting bowls filled with stew and salad onto the table. Their eyes met, and an awkward silence filled the room. Yuki broke the silence first.
ありがとう。どのくらい食べますか？いや、いいよ。それくらいは私がやる。
Suzuha put just enough stew and salad for her meal onto her own plate, and then made a plate for Yuki as well.
すみません。いや、こっちこそ食事の用意なんてさせて悪い。具合が悪い時はお互い様と言ったはずですよ。食べ終わったらちゃんと薬も飲んでくださいね。
The two sat on the sofa and filled their mouths with stew and salad. The stew had a mild, gentle flavor. It felt like something Mayuri would make. Well, she kinda helped.
ずいぶん上達したでしょ、まゆりちゃん。缶詰をただ温めただけとかそういうわけじゃないんですよ。大したもんだね。鈴葉さんもやってみません？教えますよ。私はいいよ。柄じゃないし。そんなことないと思いますけど。まあ、いつかね。いつかっていう人は結局最後までやらないんですよ。それ、さっきも似たようなこと言ってた。そうでしたっけ？
And then the conversation ceased for a time. Suzuha slurped down her stew, she had terrible manners, and tried to come up with something to talk about. This time it was Suzuha's turn to break the silence. After what she just remembered, she couldn't bear to be silent around Yuki.
さっきの歌だけどさ、あれ、なんだっけ？歌？シャワールームで、ほら。もしかして歌ってました？私。恥ずかしい。下手なのに歌うの好きだからつい口ずさんじゃうんですよね。別に上手い下手なんて気にしなくていいと思うけど、何の歌だったか思い出せなくてさ。実は私もなんですよ。印象的なところだけ覚えてるというか、子供の頃に流行った教育番組の歌か何かだとは思うんですけど。
Well, that's very different from what you said, excuse me, in Another World line.
役に立てなくてすみません。鈴葉さんはいつ頃あの歌を？私も子供の時かな。母さんがよく歌ってくれたよ。優しそうな人ですもんね、鈴葉さんのお母さん。
The conversation flowed so naturally that she didn't think about how she responded. A second later, she realized what she'd said, and then she stared at her mother.
どうしました？私の母さん。どういうこと？どういうことって、おとといお見かけしまして。ですから、おとといここを訪ねていらしたんです。そんなバカな。お母さんが来たらおかしいんですか？だって。
There was no way she could say that her mother was right in front of her. Confused, she fell silent. Yuki, for her part, must have come to some conclusion about the reason for Suzuha's reaction. She started to stammer and fidget.
ごめんなさい。私、何も知らなくて、もしかして、お母さんとの間に何か？いや、喧嘩をして家出してるとか？そういうわけじゃ。今にして思えば、なんか変ですよね。お母さんたら、橋田さんには着替えや差し入れを持ってきていたのに、鈴葉さんには何も。と、兄さんに着替え？差し入れ？はい。
Suzuha thought as hard as she could and finally reached an answer.
そうか。
Yuki was talking about Itaru Hashida's mother. In other words, Suzuha's grandmother, who she'd never seen except in pictures. But since she told Yuki that she was Itaru's brother, it was natural that she'd make the wrong assumption.
どうしました？なんでもない。
If Itaru had said even a word to her about it, this wouldn't have happened. How stupid. She'd have to give him a lecture later. While Suzuha was thinking about the talking to her dad was going to get, Yuki had already started to sympathize with her imagined plight. Goddamn.
鈴葉さん、私、いつでも相談に乗りますからね。何でも話してくださいね。
For some reason, her eyes were starting to well up.
ありがとう。
Suzuha didn't know how to react to this, but she felt a little embarrassed.
やっぱり優しいんだな、母さんは。
Just like she told Itaru, this place was too comfortable. She was starting to imagine that this life would continue forever. But sending this brief, happy time beyond the horizon of the world line was supposed to be Suzuha's mission. If she didn't, this world would be destroyed. Yeah, that is true. Back to our favorite sad scientist. Going to such a horrid place. Look, like, what the fuck? As I walked into the maid cafe, Maid Queen Nyan, the cat-eared maids working there greeted me cheerfully. It was a weekday evening, so there were more open seats than usual.
お帰りなさいませ。今日な、じゃなくて、おかりん。
ああ、今日は前よりは？
まゆしーなら、もうすぐ来るにゃ。あと30分くらい。
そっか。
Mayuri had been working here for a while now. Her maid name was Mayushi Nyanyan. While she was a maid, she wore a long blonde wig and cat ears and looked very different from her usual self.
ダルに呼ばれたんだ。もう来てるかな？
いつもの席に。
I looked toward the back corner and saw a silhouette sitting next to the window with the sun at its back.
あと、今日は知り合いが一緒なんだ。メイドカフェ初心者なんで、俺とダルの話が終わるまで、ちょっと相手してもらってもいいか？
にゃにゃ、お知り合い、どちら様かにゃ？
おい、ヒアジョさん、こっち。
I called Amaho. She was fidgeting outside the store, apparently unwilling to come in.
にゃ、おかりんが可愛い女の子を連れてるにゃ。
いや、そんなに驚かなくてもいいだろう。
しかも背の高さから見て小学生か中学生？
はあ、違う。
信じられにゃい。フェリスというものがありながら新しい恋人、新しいロリ恋人を作るにゃんて。
違うって。彼女はアメリカの大学から研究のために。
これはもう円卓会議で糾弾するしかないにゃ。
人の話を聞いてくれ。
一体何の話をしているのかしら。
Maho had finally made it inside, and she was staring at me and Fedis with suspicious eyes. I'd gone with Maho to the police to talk about the attack again. After that, we both realized we hadn't eaten, so I'd brought her here. Fedis stood up to her full height, gave a cute little bow, and then did one of her cat-like poses.
お帰りなさいませ、お嬢様。当店ではいらっしゃいませじゃなくてお帰りなさいませと言うのにゃ。ああ、そういうことなのね。フェイリスニャンニャンだにゃん。お嬢様、お名前は？ヒア城真帆よ。ヒア城というと沖縄のお嬢様かにゃ。あら、よく知ってるのね。いつも聞き返されるか間違えられるかのどっちかなのに、しかも沖縄の名前ということまで。当然だにゃ。フェイリスは3世代前の前世で琉球王国の彼方にある理想郷パイパディローマを守護する精霊だったんだにゃ。はい、そう、あの頃フェイリスたち精霊の声はノロを通じて人々に届き、王国を正しい姿へと導いていたのにゃ。ところが荒ぶる怪人たちがパイパディローマに攻め込んできて、ついにフェイリスたちは
Don't worry, guys. I'm not paying attention to this either.
ごめんなさい。この人は何を言っているの？
なんというか、秋葉で通じる特別な言語のようなものだな。
そうなの？
あまり考えると頭がパンクするぞ。
すでにパンクしそうなんだけれど。
とにかくしばらく待っててくれ。向こうに座ってる友達と話があるんだ。
I pointed to Daru, who, when she saw him by the window, her eyes narrowed.
どうかした？
ずいぶん大きな人ね。
Yeah.
後で紹介するよ。少しは痩せるように言ってやってほしいな。
それじゃあ、マホにゃ、お席へ案内するにゃ。
Another maid had just finished cleaning a table.
マホにゃん？かわいいにゃ。できれば普通に呼んでもらえないかしら。これが普通だにゃ。さあ、こちらへどうぞ、マホにゃ。
Maho remained dead silent as she was led to a seat near where Daru was sitting. I headed to Daru's table too. I sat across from him and ordered some coffee from a nearby maid.
見損なったぞオカリン。リア充爆発しろ。
フェイリスと同じようなこと言うなって。違うんだよ。
何が違うんだ。あんな合法ロリコ。しかもすごく可愛いのに、なんだか垢抜けなくて残念な感じがたまらないよ。オカリンのくせに生意気だ。ぬふー。
そういうこと本人に言うなよ。怒ると怖いぞ。
I glanced over at Maho, who was staring at the menu and trying her best to keep up with Fedis.
前に電話で話しただろう。襲われた時に一緒だったレスキネン教授の助手の。
そんなことはどうでもいいっつうの。問題はオカリンが僕を差し置いて可愛い女の子を連れ歩いているっつうことなのだぜ。
You know, Okabe does have a lot of female friends. That is a true point.
お前もすればいいだろう。デートとか。
He's always associating with them.
闇だとさらにできるようになったな、オカリン。
嫌味じゃない。ユキさんを誘ったらどうなんだ？
ぐぬぬん。
まさか まだ全然アプローチしてないのか。
いいんだ。僕は魔法使いになるんだから。
おいおい、それじゃまずいだろう。鈴葉が生まれてこなくなる。
それを言われると。
ユキさんのこと嫌いじゃないんだろ。
そりゃ綺麗な人だし、太ももとかうなじとかハーハーするけど。
Alright.
やめないか変態。
変態じゃないよ、変態紳士だよ。
Doesn't make anything better, but alright.
どっちでもいい。俺は恋愛的な意味で言ってるんだ。
Garu leaned over the table and sipped his iced tea through a straw.
そういうのよくわかんないんだよね。
って子供か。
今日のお前が言うなすれはここですか？
We stared at one another. He was right. When it came to romance, I didn't really have the right to talk.
まあいいや、そういう話をしたくて呼んだわけじゃないし。
確かに。本題に入ってくれ。
うん、実はさ、話は2つあって。
Yes, there are two things, and we'll get to those two things in the next episode. I know what those two things are, but I cannot say. There's another 30 or so minutes. I'm going to save it here. There's like another 30 or so minutes that I have to go through again, personally, because I fucked up. So I kind of know what to expect, and it makes sense to end this episode here and start the next episode here and go to pretty much where I stopped in my first attempt of all this. So thank you for watching. I will do my best to not fuck up this time, because if I do, you won't be hearing this, but I'm pretty sure I'll be okay. Let's all cross our fingers on this one. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.